Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that someone quietly stole 2 hours from your day. Not your wallet. Not your phone. Just 2 hours. You'd probably panic. You'd want to know who took them. But here's the strange part. For millions of people, that theft already happens every single day, and most of them never even notice it. They don't lose those hours because they are lazy. They don't lose them because they lack discipline. They lose them because something is competing for the most valuable thing they own, their attention. Maybe you've experienced it too. You sit down to study, work, or read a book. You tell yourself, this time I'm going to focus. You open your laptop. A notification appears. You check it for just a second. That second becomes Instagram. Instagram becomes YouTube. YouTube becomes WhatsApp. Before you know it, 20 minutes are gone. The strangest part is that you never made a conscious decision to waste those 20 minutes. It just happened. Most people blame themselves. They say, I have no discipline. I'm addicted to my phone. I just can't focus anymore. But what if all of those explanations are wrong? What if your brain isn't broken at all? What if it's doing exactly what it was designed to do? Think back to when you were a kid. You could spend hours building Lego, drawing pictures, reading comics, or playing the same game all afternoon. Nobody had to teach you how to focus. It happened naturally. Today, even watching a 5-minute video without checking your phone can feel difficult. So what changed? Did humans suddenly become less disciplined? Or did the world around us change faster than our brains could adapt? To answer that question, we need to travel back 20,000 years, to a world where paying attention wasn't about productivity. It was about survival. 20,000 years ago, your attention was your greatest survival tool. Imagine walking alone through a dense forest. Every sound matters. A branch snapping in the distance, movement in the bushes, the smell of smoke, even silence could mean danger. The humans who noticed these changes survived. The ones who ignored them often didn't. So over thousands of generations, our brains became incredibly good at paying attention to anything new. Now fast forward to today. The forest has disappeared. The predators are gone. But your brain is almost exactly the same. The only difference is that the new thing isn't a tiger anymore. It's a notification. A new message. A short video. A breaking headline. A flashing icon on your phone. Every one of them quietly whispers the same thing. Look at me. This might be important. And your brain listens. Not because you're weak. Not because you have no discipline. Because that's exactly what it evolved to do. Have you ever picked up your phone just to check the time, and somehow ended up scrolling for 20 minutes? Or opened YouTube to watch one video, then suddenly found yourself watching something completely different? It happens so often that most of us don't even question it anymore. But think about it for a second. Every swipe promises something new. Every notification offers another surprise. Your brain starts expecting constant novelty and slowly loses interest in anything that doesn't provide it. That's why reading a book feels harder than watching short videos. That's why studying feels more difficult than scrolling social media. The problem isn't that books became boring. The problem is that your brain has been trained to expect a new reward every few seconds. And once that happens, something fascinating begins to change. Everything we've talked about leads to one important realization. The problem isn't that you can't focus anymore. The problem is that you've become incredibly good at switching focus. Every notification trained you. Every short video trained you. Every interruption trained you. Day after day, your brain simply became better at the thing you practiced most. And if you think about it, that's actually good news. Because the brain that learned distraction can also learn focus. You don't need to change your entire life tomorrow. You don't need to delete every app or disappear into the mountains. Just start with one small experiment. Put your phone in another room. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Then give one task your complete attention. During those first few minutes, your brain will probably whisper, just check your phone once. Don't fight that feeling. Don't get frustrated. Just notice it, and return to your work. Every time you do that, you're strengthening your attention the same way exercise strengthens a muscle. One repetition won't transform you overnight, but hundreds of repetitions will. Now imagine repeating that experiment every day for the next month. Then the next 3 months. You're no longer training your brain to chase every distraction. You're training it to stay with what truly matters. And little by little, focus stops feeling like a struggle. It becomes your new normal. Before we finish, remember this. Your attention is one of the most valuable things you own. Companies compete for it. Apps are designed to capture it. Every notification is asking for it. But only you get to decide where it finally goes. Because whatever gets your attention, eventually gets your life. So tomorrow morning, before you unlock your phone, pause for just 1 second and ask yourself, am I choosing where my attention goes, or is someone else choosing for me? If this story changed the way you think, subscribe to Stickman Summaries. Every week we EXP.